This is the tension that reveals a narcissist's true emptiness. Hey there, welcome back to the channel. Today, I want to dive into a fundamental question that speaks to the core of who we are. Do you believe in your own worth? It's not just about self-esteem. It's about recognizing your inherent value as a human being. This belief in our worthiness profoundly impacts how we navigate through life. When we firmly grasp our self-worth, it radiates positivity into every aspect of our existence. But if you find yourself struggling, it could signal a deeper issue with this fundamental concept. And this is where it intersects with our interactions with narcissistic individuals. Think about it. When you engage with a narcissist, their behavior often reflects a deep inner turmoil. They're easily agitated, competitive, judgmental, and defensive. These traits stem from their own struggles with self-worth. Deep down, they're hurting, grappling with doubts about their own value and significance. So, what does it mean to truly embrace our self-worth? It's about seeing ourselves as honorable, respected, valued, reliable, capable, and grounded in love and decency. As we explore this topic further, remember that understanding our own worth is not just about us. It's about how we navigate the world around us, including our interactions with narcissists. If you find this content valuable, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. Let's dive in and uncover the power of self-worth together. You know, there's something about confident people. They've got this inner peace, this vibe that says, no matter what life throws at me, I've got this inner goodness that's always there for me to rely on. It's like my secret weapon, always ready to use whenever I need it. It's just a part of who I am. Now let's talk about narcissists. These people, with all their ego and swagger, are actually pretty insecure deep down. They need constant validation, always seeking approval and attention. But if they truly felt secure in themselves, they wouldn't need to constantly remind everyone of their worth. When you're feeling like you're not good enough, it shows up in different ways in your life. Let's take a look at some signs that someone might be struggling with their self-worth, and you'll see how this ties into narcissism. First off, narcissists are masters at manipulation. When you're lacking in self-worth, you feel like your value comes from others, so you bend over backward to please them. It's like you're putting on a show, doing whatever it takes to prove your worth. You might even spin lies or create false narratives just to get others to see you in a positive light. Manipulation becomes a way for you to stay on top and control people and situations around you. When you don't feel good enough, it can lead to a lot of pretending. That's another sign to watch out for. It's like the narcissist is saying, I'll just focus on showing you all the good stuff about me and ignore anything that's not so great. They build up these walls of pretending. Also, when they feel unworthy, they become super sensitive to how others respond to them. It's like they're always on high alert, trying to figure out if you're approving of them or not. Are you disagreeing with me? I can't handle it when you don't agree with me. Why aren't you giving me what I think I deserve? Every little thing you do or say is either confirming or rejecting their sense of worth. And they're always wondering, what do you think of me now? They're just not at peace with themselves. Another sign that they're struggling with their own self-worth is their need to control you. It's like they're thinking, if I can make you do everything I say, then maybe I'll feel better about myself. I'll win. But really, their need for control is just a way of saying, I'm scared that if I let you make your own decisions, you might not see me as worthy of anything. It's like they're voting against themselves, although they won't admit it. Also, because they feel unworthy, they tend to be really dishonest. They're always hiding their flaws and trying to cover up anything that might make them look bad. They're constantly trying to keep up this fake image of themselves. So, they don't want you to see the real them, and they'll lie and keep secrets and dodge questions to protect their fragile sense of self-worth. It all comes from them doubting their own true value. That's why they're so secretive. Moreover, their low self-worth leads them to heavy use of rationalization. Instead of owning up to their mistakes and saying, oops, my bad, let's talk it out, it's more like, let me explain why everything's not as bad as it seems. They go into overdrive trying to defend themselves, almost like they're saying, hold on, I need you to see me in the best light possible. So, they're constantly justifying why they're actually better than they truly are. Also, when they feel like they might be in trouble, they deflect blame. If you catch them doing something wrong, it's never a straightforward apology. It's more like, well, this happened because of that, or someone else made me do it. They'll shift blame, make flimsy excuses, or just ignore anyone else's perspective or feelings. It's like they can't handle anything that might tarnish their image. Their low self-worth is also directly linked to their anger. When they're angry, it's like they're saying, "You better acknowledge my worth." But they express it in such a hostile, rough, and unrefined way that it's a turn-off. I mean, who wants to give worth to someone who's just lashing out with anger and contempt? It's not exactly appealing, but they don't seem to get that. Also, they're quick to devalue others. In their eyes, it's like a zero-sum game. If you're down, that means I'm up. So, they boost themselves up by tearing others down. It's twisted logic, but it's how they try to steal worth from you and attach it to themselves. And then, they're always on the lookout for someone to make them feel like a superstar. What are you going to do to boost my image? They crave followers, people who'll just nod along to whatever they say, anything to stroke their ego. Ah, that's what I needed. So you can see narcissists are deeply torn. And my question is, how would their lives change if they understood that worth isn't something you earn or hustle for? Worth is just part and parcel of being human. You're valuable simply because you exist. You don't have to prove it or beg for it. Worth just is. That's a concept they struggle with. Now, if you were living with your self-worth intact, there'd be some telltale signs, and I want to touch on those before we call it a day. You see, people who value themselves are open to self-reflection. They'll ask questions like, who am I right now? If something's bothering me, how can I tap into my inner peace to handle it gracefully? They let reflective thinking guide them, rather than just reacting impulsively. People who truly value themselves don't get caught up in flashy displays of importance, like showing off wealth or always hanging with a cool crowd. Sure, they like to look good and have good company, but they don't make a big fuss about it like narcissists tend to do. When you're secure in your self-worth, you keep it chill in those areas. Moreover, folks who know their worth find joy in the simple things. They're into little pleasures like music, hanging out with pals, soaking up nature, or sharing a meal. It doesn't have to be fancy or over the top. They just appreciate the little things. When you're confident in your worth, you're also open to kindness and acts of service. I know how nice it feels when people treat me right. I bet I can make someone else's day too. It's a win-win situation for everyone involved. Plus, you recognize the value in others. When you're emotionally secure, someone else's lack of praise or stability doesn't throw you off balance. You've got inner strength to rely on. If you're secure in your self-worth, you can handle tough situations with patience and self-control. But narcissists struggle with this. Their issues with worthiness make them anxious and manipulative, and they often dump their problems onto others like you. It's crucial to recognize their dysfunction so you can steer clear of their toxic behavior. Here at Team Healthy, we value dignity, respect, and decency, all signs of self-worth. And when you're filled with self-worth, you naturally want to share it with others. It's like the more you give, the more you have. Narcissists don't get that concept at all. Remember, you don't have to accept their negativity. Instead, you find more of your own worth by letting go of theirs. Funny how that works, huh? I hope videos like this one can provide you with valuable insights into what we're dealing with. If you haven't already, be sure to hit that subscribe button. We'll be bringing you more videos to help you better understand yourself and those around you, especially those who may be a bit more challenging. I understand that you may be grappling with issues like this, and seeking therapeutic assistance from a licensed professional therapist could be beneficial for you. Remember, you are a worthy person, and narcissists can have worth too if they choose to claim it and lean into it. Unfortunately, many struggle with this, as evidenced by the indicators mentioned in this video. I hope you can find that sense of worth within yourself, allowing you to be a steady presence in your own life. Ultimately, This can help you find a way of living anchored in peace. Before you go, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe if you found this video helpful. And check out the description for a link to a free book and details on how to book a one-on-one consultation. Your well-being matters to us, and we're here to support you on your journey. Like, share, subscribe, and let's continue to grow together.